Welcome back to Rikisha's Creations. Let's talk. Yes. How are everyone doing today? Yes, this is your self-care, self-discovery, trauma healing channel. Yes. If you are new to my channel, I want to say hello. Thank you for tuning in. I hope that you receive the messages that is about to be received today, because this girl is about to give you some wisdom. Yes. And to my loyals, thank you for always being here with me. I want to say continue to, tune in. Continue to leave your questions if you have them along your self-care journey. Don't be afraid. Do not be shy. Okay, this is like a vulnerability channel where you get to be yourself, express yourself. But however, we're going to always do things with love and light energy. Yes, we are mind transitioning, unlearning to learn, meaning we're unlearning old things, outdated ways, and we're embracing what's new, right? And what's working for us. So as we go along that journey, we're going to have some questions, right? And me, myself, I am your Reiki master. I am your crystal healer. I am your oracle, okay? I do readings also, too. I do crystal healing. So if you're looking for any of these type of services, leave it in the comment section. Also, too, you can visit my social medias. I have Instagrams. I have Rikisha's Creations _readings, okay? And Rikisha's Creations just for handmade jewelry. I do create protective jewelry, sentimental jewelry with sentimental value. Everything is anointed and prayed over, and it is specialized and designed for you. So nobody else has that for you. I create, yes, with my gifted hands, and, I'm just here to spread that love, light energy. But today, I hope you are ready. I hope you are ready, because we are about to have some good talks, okay, about the subject that's coming up. So without further ado, why don't we just go ahead and get started with the question of the day. The question of the day. The question of the day. Hey. Okay. All right. So the question of today is how to repair your spirit part 2. Yes. Okay. Now, I told you all that if you ever would like to see a repeat or a part 2 of a video that I previously uploaded, leave it in the comment section, or you can email me at rikishascreationsmail.com. And, just let me know your question. And like I said, I may bring it up in the next video. But I want to give a very special shout out to mi amor, my husband, Jesus. This was his question. He loved the video so much that he thought that I should do a part 2. So I'm dedicating to this video to you and to everyone who has been with me on this journey that, hey, just want to, kind of have a refresh, or you're just tuning into my channel, or you've already been with my channel and you want to see, you want to know more. And that's what I'm here to give you, either my intuitive opinion or my experiences on the subject. And when it comes to spirituality, your girl is lit, okay? So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it. So I've already done a part 1 of how to repair your spirit. If you would like, go ahead and click on that video and, get right to it, or just wait till you're done with this video and then go back. Because I'm going to go over a little recap about the first video, and then I'm going to go ahead and just jump into, giving you some of this wokeness. Okay. How y'all feeling though? How y'all feeling? I hope y'all feeling good. I hope you're feeling really good right now on your self-care journey. It's all about that self-care. So I will tell you this. I have so much that I want to share with you guys on this video, but not too much, you get what I'm saying? But just enough for you. Okay, so I won't overwhelm you while you're still growing, okay? Because I like to give people things in as my spirit leads me to. And when my spirit says that's enough, all right? But I did write some things down, so you may hear me every now and then go back to my keynotes. These are things that came to me right before making this video, and sometimes my spirit has me to go ahead and do automatic writing. So sometimes I have to write things down. All right. So if you see me pick up something, it's for you, boo. All right. How you feeling? How you feeling, everyone? Yes. Okay. So this is the first thing Spirit told me to write down, and I want to ask you, okay, my higher self. Who are you in battle with? Is it your ego or is it your intuition? I'm waiting. I got time. I got nothing but time to wait for you all to answer that question. Because as we continue to expand, as to grow as spirits having human experiences, we are going to be challenged to become aware of whether we're operating on complete ego or intuition. Ego or intuition. Ego, intuition. Okay? I like to do things in 3. So, with that being said, which one are you in battle with? Is it more your ego right now? Or is it your intuition? And I really want you to be really, really, really honest with yourself. And whatever answer you give, it's okay. Okay? We're unlearning to learn, meaning we're now going to beat our... For one, before you answer that question, ask yourself this. Have you been kind to yourself lately? If you have not been kind to yourself, then let's work on that. Let's work on it. Let's work on it because it's going to help you to better be honest with yourself. You know? I ain't asked you, have you been kind to others? I asked you, have you been kind to you? Me, on my journey, I've learned to be kind to myself. Because I had not always been kind to myself. Well, for one, I didn't understand based off of my experiences, my childhood experiences from being a child, coming in this world without fear, woke, you know, being my true self, to then having to conform to how the world works, how to adapt. So, before I go too far, I'm going to come back to all this. Going to tie in, baby, before this conversation is done. Who are you in battle with? Ego or intuition? Either way, hopefully you have a good balance before this video is done. Okay? All right. So, I want to say this. I'm going to do a little recap. I know I mentioned on the first one, awareness, being kind to yourself, mindfulness is a big, big, big part of repairing your spirit. You know, like, I don't know if you know this, but our spirits, it needs their repairing while we're here on earth. That's why you were born. Ooh, I gave you something juicy. That's why you were born. You were born to repair your spirit. Not only was you born to repair your spirit, but you were born to repair the spirit of your ancestors. Those who have came before you. Not only those who have came before you in like the noble people that you have known, but your own bloodline. As you see, my gear is matched to a lot of my culture. And it's not just one. So, you know, the way I feel right now, I'm showing you all a little bit of just me. I'm being my true self. Being who I am. I ain't worried about looking a certain way or appeasing you. No. You know? Now, I hope, you know, hey, you know, you love my energy. You love that part of me that lives and dwells within the side of me. I want you to love and what dwells inside you, which is your spirit. So that's why it's so important for you to repair it. You got to love yourself before you leave this world. Well, you should want to love yourself before you leave this world. Because everything is, guess what? Free will. Everything is free will as a spirit. So, becoming aware that you are a spirit having a human experience is the first thing. When you become aware of that, then you automatically open up another sight that you probably wasn't always seeing clearly. And in the beginning, you know, that one right there, you know, that one right there, that eye outside of these eyes and the eyes that's around, right? That eye right there sees all. That's how you're able to connect with source. That's the big part of you being able to, while you're here having human experiences, to be able to use, wait for it, a little bit more of your intuition. Because guess what? Your intuition is your key to living an abundant life here on earth. I shade it. Let me tell you something about me. I get downloads of information. I don't have to go read anything. I have to, most of the time, trust my intuition. When you trust your intuition, all of God's energy flows through you, to others, and back to you. So, I'm going to go ahead and go over a few things that I have written. Okie dokie. I got so much. So, one thing I want to share with you. As we're born into the earth, as I mentioned on the first one, we're born in inhaling. As we take our first breath, we are inhaling. We're inhaling that we're finally here. The role that we auditioned for when we were in the spiritual realms, before we were around our parents, before we were conceived, before we were born. As we were born, we're finally here to, guess what? Be an actor. To act out your soul quest. To act out your life purpose. To act out the soul mission that you were here to do. But along that journey, we lose our way. Meaning, we forget why we were born. When you remember why you were born, you will start being you. And guess what? That is a part of repairing, ding, 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 your spirit. Were you ready for that? Were you ready for that one? Were you? Because if you aren't, then guess what? You're already in transition. And guess what? Do you not feel safe right now? As you're tuning in to listening to me right now, as I speak, this is a timeless video. Do you feel safe listening to me? Do you feel safe in your atmosphere? If so, then you have let go of some fear that you once had. Look, I'm not here to scare anybody. I most definitely am not. If all else, I'm giving you something that I did not have. And that is someone to be with me, or to walk with me on my journey, on my self-care journey. You know, I do have some loved ones out there that's been with me. Hey, you know who you are. You know who you are. You know who you are. But this has been a very, very, very lonely road. But it's been an abundant road. Let me tell you that. It's been some stretching. I'm still stretching. I'm still expanding. I'm still growing. I'm still growing, you guys. But I'm here giving you something. And we're growing and we're learning and we're loving together. Okay. One thing I want you to understand too about my channel, we're going to laugh. We're going to probably cry. We're going to jump up and down. We're going to feel some ways. But it's all in good balance. It's all with good intentions. And it's all to help you on your journey. Can I get a ashe? Ashe. Hey. So, I want to share with you something. Did you not know that your soul family isn't always your born family? Did you know that? Well, you know now. See, one thing about when you learn something, you can't unlearn it. That's just like when you hear something, you can't unhear it. So while we're here being so quiet about who we truly are in our inner self in this lifetime, when we're being so quiet about who we truly are to appease other people and to act out in the fit-in group, how is that making you feel? Are you feeling connected to yourself? Are you feeling connected to your soul family? You know, my soul family is on this channel. I got a soul family outside of my born family, you know, and I love my family. I love everybody unconditionally. Do I talk to everyone? No. And it's not for no reason. I feel like everything happens the way it is supposed to happen. I don't force hands. No. I make way. That's the divine feminine, baby. That's that intuition. I'm not prideful. You know, ego is that, you know, one thing about ego is there to protect you. Huh? Did I just say something else? Yeah, y'all getting woke up on this channel. Hey, it's all good. I'm here with you. I'm here with you as your spirit guide, right? As your oracle. I'm here to bless you while blessing myself. Okay? But did you not know that pride is ego? Different names, same thing. So, you know, sometimes we do a lot of the same things, right? We just give it different names, but they're the same. Same act, the same intention, the same thought, the same action. Some people do their actions a little different than others. You get to be intuitively you when you listen to intuition, because guess what? Ego is going to have you doing everything the same as everybody else. Ain't that something? You think you're getting ahead, but you're really not. You know, it's okay to let pride and to let ego be your friend. It is, like I said, it is there to protect you, especially if you have trauma. Did I just say something else? Okay. If you have had trauma in your life, ego will step in the way and become your shadow self, your other part of you, you know, your alter ego. You know, you can alter that alter ego. You know, like I tell people, we have more than one side to us. We're like an onion with many of layers, baby. You just keep peeling back. You get to the center of that Tootsie Pop. Well, hey, I know I just compared an onion to a Tootsie Pop, but did I just not take you somewhere with that thought? And do you still feel safe talking to me or listening to me? I would love for you to talk back to me. If y'all want to talk, come on, let me know. Let me know. We can have some chit chats, right? But me, I'm all about free will, you know? I'm here to bless you, but also to give you free will. This is your mind. Protect it at all times. But however, if you feel led, okay, to listen, listen. It's not going to hurt you to listen. It's not going to make you bend to listen. It's not going to hurt you. I promise you. It won't. I'm safe. Everything I do is with good intention. And if it's not good intention, I won't do it. I simply would not do it. Okay? No. I have to be my true self. So repairing that spirit, you know, having a good balance in between when you let pride and ego step in the way and when you finally trust the intuition. Let me tell you something about intuition, because I'm very intuitive. But I'm also, too, you know, have that feminine, the masculinity, too, because I am an alpha woman. You know, but I also, too, am soft and delicate, like a flower. So, you know, I always have to be reminded of balance. Most of the pride and everything came from the fact that I had to, you know, kind of teach myself a lot of things in life. You know, like I said, I grew up in the 80s, you know, and I'm not just using that as a thing, but the way I was brought up, the way I was born, the condition of the environment or the experiences that I came in this world to experience as a baby infant to now has been a reflection of how I was born into this world. Doesn't mean it has to stay that way. No. That's why I said sometimes your spiritual family or your soul family ain't always your born family, but love them anyway. Like I said again, love your family. If you feel like the black sheep, hi. If you feel like, you know, you may have been overlooked, hi. If you feel like, you know, you just don't fit into other people's way of doing things, hi. You know, I mean, it's okay. Be you. Look, we're only here on this earth. I know most people like to say for a little bit of borrowed time. In our bodies, we only here that long. In our physical bodies, but guess what? We have more than one body. So with that being said, we live on. Our spirits, our souls are immortal, meaning that they live on and turns into other forms of energy. Did you not know that your spirit is energy?
What?
That's how you're able to feel others' energy, even while they're in their bodies, their person, this part. Yeah, this touchy part is all you can. You know, while we here, let's give ourselves a hug. That's another part of being on this journey, is to give yourself some hugs. Be kind to yourself. Ooh, some of y'all, I feel that energy. Lighten up a little bit. It's okay. It's okay. You need to hear that. It's okay. It's okay. If you are going through some real spiritual transformations, personal transformations, trauma healing transformations, health transformations, mind transformations, emotional transformations, Ashe, may love and light energy surround you right now. See, we are all still yet connected. I can feel your energy while I'm even on this other side. And when you're repairing your spirit, you know, one thing you're going to have to ask yourself is, who are you in battle with? Ego or intuition? Let me ask you a question. Have you ever been in a situation where you didn't have your born family around? You wasn't even maybe aware that you had a soul family. And you were going through something, right? And only you know you were going through this. And you meet someone and they tap you on the shoulder. Or you meet someone and they got a word for you. Or you meet someone and they just smile at you. Have you had that experience in your lifetime? I'm waiting. Yeah. That's part of some of your soul family right there. So know that while you're on this journey, and it may seem like a up and down battle, you're going to always be connected to your soul family, because they hear you, they are here with you, and they are connected to you. And I'm going to tell you another thing while we're repairing this spirit. Your spirit family, those who have left the physical realm, send your soul family to you to give you a reminder that they are with you. Because I know some of y'all are missing them. Shoot, I even miss them sometimes, but I understand the process of being a human being. Hey, I'm never alone. I'm never alone. And I'm so damn grateful. Excuse my French, but I have to say it. I'm so grateful, because repairing this spirit is a real big deal. And I'm going to tell you something. It is not for the weak. I said this in my first video. It is not for the weak. Hey, some things that you need to have. Some discipline. Not prideful discipline, but intuitive discipline. Meaning you know when to listen. You know when to listen to someone else. You know when to listen to your inner self. You know when to listen to Creator. Not what other people say Creator said, but what Creator says to you. Hey. This is a good one, right? Yeah. What Creator tell you to do? That's who you listen to. If Creator told you to get out the bed and go and stand outside underneath that tree and go get some of that good energy, then you should go do that. Let's not be prideful. You don't know. You're not the only person here on earth. And I know that sounds cliche, but people are acting out who they're supposed to be every millisecond of the day. You know that there are over 8 billion people on this planet? Do you not know that every moment someone is acting out a part of their life? And you can feel it? Well, I can. And you know what? Back in the day, it used to overwhelm me. But that's because I was listening to other people. Me, I knew I could always handle everything that came my way. What made me be fearful was what other people thought. That was something I needed to learn, though, so I can repair my spirit. So are you listening to your intuition? Are you listening to your higher self? Are you listening to your God? Are you listening to your angels? Are you listening to yourself? Or are you listening to what other people are thinking? And guess what? Some of these other people may not even mean what they're saying. Listen, this one thing about me. I listen to people who are acting out these things that I admire. If you're not acting it out, I'm not going to listen to your advice. I would listen to just listen, but I would not let that penetrate my aura, my mind, because I already know who I am and I'm acting it out. So I encourage you to do the same. Don't get all discouraged because you may not be close to your born family. It all comes back around. Keep living. Everything comes back around. You didn't get it right the first time, guess what? You got opportunities to get it right. Don't cut yourself short. Stop being prideful. Let's go to the next thing. The next one is reconnecting with yourself. Reconnecting with the divine. I pretty much just kind of summed all that up. Okay, but ask yourself, like, how are you reconnecting with yourself? Are you doing some things that you've been wanting to do that you have not been doing prior to awareness? Have you been more mindful? That was another part that I talked about in my first video, but I'm collaborating a little bit on it right now. Have you been mindful? Have you been practicing that? If you haven't, that's okay. But let's get into it. Let's work on that. Okay? I challenge you to work on that. Okay, Durkee? Have you been connecting to the divine creator, meaning source? Have you been connecting to source? Or have you been connecting to negativity?
Oh no.
That is something huge that people don't realize. It makes it where, you have to go and repair spirit in the first place. All this negativity. Look, if you're unaware of drama being around you and it does not affect your spirit and you are unsensitive to feeling and it don't bother you, then that is fine. Maybe you are asleep or maybe you're just really good at it. Me, I am super sensitive, meaning super sensitive to energies, okay? I can feel, okay? And beyond other things. I don't have to go into complete detail, but it's a lot. Not in a bad way. Why? I'm at a place where I can handle every gift that comes to me. But one is preparing my spirit. And I know when ego and intuition is one that I need to choose, right? But I'm going to tell you something about intuition. When you use intuition, you don't really question it. It's more like this knowing. It's more like I know I have to do this thing and it's going to work out. It's like you listening to your higher self. You listening to God. You listening. You tuning in. You going with the flow and not against it. Now, sometimes when you're using ego, it'll make you feel good for me. Like, all right, I think I just masterminded this. I did this. I didn't even think about feelings. I just allowed nothing but that animal instinct to kick in and do this. And you know what? Whatever.
Oh no.
But later on, you may come back and like maybe 3 days later, if not a few hours, you know, and be like, dang, was I supposed to do that? Did I do that right? Well, you know what? I already done it, so I ain't gonna let anybody know. And then when somebody asks you about it, you get all defensive. Have that been you? I mean, hey, if it has, it has. Look, remember, this is a no judgment zone. Everything I'm asking you, I have asked myself. I have done myself, and it has been me. And I'm just on the other side of some of these things. Why? Because it's time to live an abundant life. I'm manifesting nothing but abundance. Why? Because I deserve it. That's a part of your repairing your spirit. It's knowing what you deserve. In an intuitive way, not in an ego, prideful way, because we all deserve everything. But are you ready for everything you're asking for? Ask yourself that question too. Are you ready for everything you're asking for? Hey, you know, what are you afraid of? This is another part to repairing your spirit. Let me ask you this. What are you most afraid of? Are you afraid of going too far? Are you afraid of what other people think? And how they may judge you if you do something different outside of what they think you should do? Are you satisfied with that though? Is that making you happy? Is that waking you up every morning? Is that making you enjoy life? Do you have a smile inward and outward? You know? Are you blossoming and glowing all within? Or are you every day getting in the mirror and putting on your makeup, meaning you putting on your ego just so you can get through the day? Just so you can get through some hours, because some of y'all like it lasts no day. Some of y'all just blow up. And you know what? I get it. Been there, done it. Been there, done it. Been there and done it. And guess what? Man, I was unhappy. I was doing more harm to my spirit than, good. But you know what? Forgiveness is another part of this repairing your spirit. Have you forgiven yourself lately for something you may have done since yesterday? Have you forgiven yourself? That's another part to repairing your spirit. Every day, wake up and forgive. For one, that's how you stay looking young. That's how you stay feeling vibrant. And that's how you stay sharp, man. And that's how you're able to also to adapt to the world as it changes. Because guess what? I don't know if some of you are not aware, but let me help you with something. This world is going to go on way after us leave. I said us. Did you hear that? I didn't say I didn't say you. I said us. Meaning all of us. Okay? And we're going to always come back.
Oh no.
Ah, yeah, buddy. You're going to come back. You may come back differently, but you're going to come back. Whether it's shortly after transitioning, later after transitioning, or way later after transitioning, and that could be a lifetime of like reincarnations. That's if you believe. However, we're unlearning to learn, and most of us have been here many a times. Guess what? Why? Because we acting out. We have to come back, and we have to finish what we started, so we can truly ascend to be with God, the Creator and Source. The source of oneness. We are all connected. That's why I don't get why we all here fighting. Why do we fight so much, y'all? That's not repairing your spirit. Now, I would say this. Act out what you need to act out. Get it out your system so you can be and said, I did. All right? But repairing your spirit, too, is also about learning to be open-minded. You don't have to agree with everything. No one is telling you to not be yourself and not to protect your aura. If anything, I tell you to do so. But sometimes you don't know what you're missing out on just by listening to someone else. Sometimes your soul family calls other beings into your life to put you back on path, to give you that stretch that's very uncomfortable. Why? Because they love you. Why? Because they're on the other side now and they're still watching as everything happened to you, through you, for you, by you, beside you, and all around you. You know how frustrating it is to him sometimes to give you these nudges and you don't listen? It breaks their heart. I'm the messenger. Don't shoot me. Send nothing but love, light, energy to you, baby. Okay? Hey. That negativity don't vibrate around here. I know I'm protected. So with that being said, I am here to bless those who have transitioned and those who are still present, right? Because when you heal, they heal. And I'm most definitely, baby, about that healing. Come on now. Let's go to the next one. All right. So, as you continue to heal along this journey, you will become more aware of change, right? You'll become more aware that change needs to happen for you, right? So you can live out this life with so much abundance and happiness without all this suffering, right? You know, some of us ain't being kind to ourselves. I got to touch back on this. Are you being kind to yourself? If you're not, let's work on that. Let's work on it. What's holding you back? What is your fear? Who are you in battle with? Is it pride or ego? Who are you in battle with? And look, I'm going to say it. I know most people like to say the devil.
Oh, no.
You ain't in battle with the devil. The devil ain't studying you, to be honest. So we can't always use that. Not going forward. Not forever. It gets a little old. We got to start taking accountability for our own thoughts and our own actions. Taking accountability, yes, is a part of surrendering that ego. But know that you are safe when you surrender. Know that everything you need to survive here as a spirit, having human experiences, dwells within you. You have to repair that spirit. You have to forgive. Forgive what you have done. Forgive what others have done to you. I know some of y'all got some real hurt living still inside your bodies. That's why you're not able to sleep good. That's why you're not able to make a decision. That's why you're suppressing. That's why you're drinking more. That's why you're smoking more. That's why you're, self-sabotaging. That's why you're bullying others. Some of y'all out there being some bullies. Y'all need to cut it out. Because I don't play that. One thing I can say about me, and this is a little bit of my experience, as this tall, little bitty girl, I've always had this little smile. I've always had this little face. But I don't play. Some of y'all have spirit. But that's because I saw something bigger than my pride. So if you thought that I was being weak, that was spirit protecting you and me. Okay? But I'm one of the most peaceful people you will meet. I'm not confrontational. I don't like drama. I like to avoid it because I see too much. And I feel like some of it is unnecessary to me. Especially with me repairing my spirit. I have a journey. I was born into my family, right? And like I said, I love my family. Even those who I'm not all that close with, I still love. I don't have nothing against anyone. You want to have some conversations? You know, that's part of repairing spirit. Have some healthy conversations with these people, you know? And if it's not time, then it's not time. I'm all about timing, okay? Like I said, everything comes back around. I've been seeing that manifest Okay? So how you can achieve real soul healing, y'all, is by forgiving, being kind to yourself, being aware of certain things, being mindful, being open to growing, even if that stretch is a little uncomfortable. Oh, no. And for some of us, it's really uncomfortable. Some of us is really operating on pride. And, you know, that's too another reason how you can help yourself battle anxiety, depression, bipolarism, and other mental disorders or disease, because it's all in the mind. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of us really have been in our minds for a very long time, and we're so full of that trauma, we can't see past. We can't see past. But you can see past. You can see past your ego to surrender to seeing that episode happen all over again. Face that fear. And when you face that fear, know that you are not alone anymore. Know that your trauma has reached other dimensions that has stretched out of your universe, that will give you a whole nother sense of safeness, sense of love when you go into that dark place. You're going with light this time. Remember that when you go and visit a trigger or a trauma. You should take that light with you. Ding! You know, one thing I always used to say, I've heard people say, you're light in dark places. I am your light in dark places. Wherever I go, baby, I bring my light. Because I've been in some dark places. And I ain't afraid of going in no dark place, because I know who is with me. I know who I am. I am living out my life purpose. Are you? That's another question I have for you. Are you living out your life purpose? Or do you feel like you're way off your path? And if you're way off your path, then you can repair that. It's time. You got time. That's why we connected. Do you not know that you are not just watching my channel by no coincidence? And it's not to scare you. You know? It's just here to let you know you're not alone and you're not going crazy. Okay? You're not. You're just waking up. And sometimes waking up can be like, wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
What? Huh?
What?
Oh, no.
It can be all of that in one. But it is a beautiful journey. Why? Because everything starts to make sense to you. You know how you had some things happening in your childhood? And for a long time, you was just angry that it happened to you. You felt really betrayed that it happened to you. You felt alone when it happened to you. Oh my God, you probably really went deep dark with it, right? Okay. But have you had moments throughout your life, or to present, actually, where you have seen some of those things repeat and your experience be different? Have you gotten some answers to some of those questions you had that was stored in your conscious mind? Well, it's been in your subconscious. Everything is in your subconscious. But in your conscious mind, your waking mind, your woke mind. I mean, you know, have you gotten some clarity? If you haven't, you can get it. Also, too, I do readings. So if you trust me and you feel led to do a reading with me, trust me, all my readings are intuitive. They are divinely guided. I do things a certain way. There's no darkness there, baby. It don't even enter in. I'm going to help you, get you some clarity so you can continue to heal along your journey. That's why I do them. I don't do them for no other reason. I have no gain in doing a reading for no reason, okay? Everything I do is intentional. So if you don't understand it, then you just don't understand it. But know that I understand my purpose. Do you understand yours, though? Or are you letting other people tell you what your path should be? How you should do it? And what's going to happen to you if you don't do it this way? I'm not here to change your mind. I'm only here to let you know that it's okay to be you. My creator, God, source, I'm very connected to. I don't have to go through anybody to connect to source. I come from source. I'm born here, like I said, with a purpose. Do you know your purpose? Or are you just still trying to figure it out? And if you are trying to figure it out, that is okay. Hey, this is a lifetime journey. You're going to be learning until the day you exhale from the body. And you're still going to be learning beyond that. So it's okay. Okay? Like I said, we come into this world inhaling. We leave the world on the exhale. And as we leave this world on the exhale, people who are here, us who are still present, we don't understand that. Some of us don't understand that. And we feel so lost without that person or that being. And I get it. You will continue to see them again in other ways. When you leave the body, when your time comes, you will connect and see them again. But while you're here, they're still with you. I'm telling you. As a child, I was able to see. And I still can see. I can see very, very clear. I can connect with everyone and everything. And it's becoming even more profound as, you know, as I continue to go along my self-care healing journey. You know, it's all about connecting to self. Have you been connecting to self? You know, most of us, and hey, this is nothing to say towards anything, okay? All of it is one. We all come here with the same thoughts and trying to live out the same things. We so connected, y'all have no understanding. That's why I still don't get why we in battle with each other. But okay, hey, however, whatever. But, you know, I want to say, like, as you know, come connected to self, you start to realize your self-care is really about repairing your inner self. Because when we're born, we're going to face some traumas. We're supposed to face some traumas. That's why you were born, too. You didn't come here just to be, to be without experience. You came here to experience. You came here to experience unconditional love. You came here to experience grief. You came here to experience healing. And you came here to do your part. What is your part? Do you know what part of you you're operating from? Is it pride or ego? Or your intuition? Your higher, your true self? Something to think about, right? So, you know, as you become more mindful along your journey, along your spirit healing journey, I want to give you some tips. You know, I want to give you some things you can do, right? Okay. Journaling. I'm going to always say that, but I do have new people coming into my channel, so I want to be able to give everybody this information. Journaling. Do you not know how much manifestation happens when you write and you journal? Can I tell you something too? I know some of us not all are not all on the same way of thinking 24/7. Y'all tuned in, we on the wavelength right now. That's how you can connect with me. And you may come back and watch this video next time and you may find out something even different. You know, every time you watch something, you learn something different, right? Right? Hey, you know, it happens. But as you journal, you start to realize that whenever you write something negative down, you make sure you write something positive right beside that. That is how you start the transformation of repairing that spirit. You know how sometimes you go, have you ever found, okay, let me ask you a question, because I know I do this a lot. I write notes to myself. I write a note, I stick it in a book, and I date it, I put the time on it, and I come back some years later when I'm probably going through something or, you know, preparing myself for something, and that note pops up. Have you ever looked at that note and smiled? Or have you looked at that note and frowned or cried? Now, the reason why I'm making this point is because be mindful of what you write down. Because you may go back to that note and you realize you wrote something that dang, I can't believe I wrote that. Whatever emotion that evokes, whether that's happiness, sadness, anger, or even a good laugh. You know, one thing, like I said again on this channel, we're going to laugh. I believe laughter is really good and healing for the soul. And, you know, one thing I've learned along the journey is not to take everything too seriously. Now, when I did take things more seriously, is because at that time I felt like it was all about my survival. It was all about me protecting myself from others. It was all about me, you know, trying to protect my inner child that I felt that was like, you know, traumatized. Shoot. I think I took on so much. I'm like just so surprised. And I'm like, I'm not surprised. I'm grateful. I'm blessed to be where I'm at. You know, that's where that mindfulness comes in. You can always change your thought any moment, any second when you're mindful. So be mindful of what you're writing down. Listen to your gal. Or not listen. Do it your way. These tips work for you fine. If they don't, that's fine too, okay? But write these things down. Write down how you're feeling. Write down what you're wishful for, hopeful for. You know, if you're writing down something negative that happened to you, like a burn letter, make sure you write something positive on the other side of that paper, okay? Because you don't want the negativity to stay stuck there, wherever you place it. Remember, most of the things that we are traumatized by are still stuck in our bodies. Now, we can go over, if you would like, let me know, all about the bodies. All of the bodies that we have, okay? It's not just physical. So, journal, okay? Write something positive. You never know when you come back and look at that, and it brings a smile to your face. And I've had a lot of those. I think that's why I brought this up to you. I've written things down, and a year later or so, or months later, I look at it and I'm like, oh, I written it to myself. Some self-care, some self-love. That's repairing to the spirit. So that's something to think about, okay? That's one thing. Another thing, go out and connect with nature, you all. You remember when we were young and we were kids? I don't know about y'all, but I used to love to go outside. I was a girly girl. Very, very girly girl, okay? Like, very girly girl. But I liked outdoors still. I think that's where I felt the most safest was outside. Take me outside right now. I bet I can walk through some woods and feel safe. Yep. I feel the most connected in nature. Yep. True story. So, you know, if connecting out in nature is like something you've been missing, go outside. Matter of fact, when you go outside, make sure you got no shoes and socks on. Now, be careful where you're stepping in. I ain't telling you to step on no cracks or nothing, okay? I'm going to step on no nails or no splinters. Now, be careful what you're stepping on, or, you know, or some feces. Be careful what you're stepping on, by all means. So go and put your feet in the earth. Put your feet in the earth, your little feet in the earth. And feel connected to the soil that's underneath your feet. You know, one thing about trees, they hold ancient wisdom. I just said that on one of my other videos. You should go check it out. Self-care checklist day. Yeah, check out that video, okay? I have it where you can just tap on it. Check that one out, okay, if you haven't. Planting your feet to the soil, like the roots of the trees. You know how much knowledge is in the ground? You know, they say we, from the earth we shall return. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Well, that's where a lot of energy is at. You know, go out and touch that ground. Put your feet in that grass. You know, I'm going to tell you something. Growing up, my experience, I used to love to go outside barefooted. Yep. And I used to be told sometimes, I used to get in trouble for it though. trouble. I used to get in trouble for going outside barefooted. You know, I had some relatives that didn't play that. But little did they know that that was my way of connecting to the earth. Now when I look at it, they probably thought like, okay, you know, to be safe or, you know, to not have any, you know. Yeah, I get it now. But I connect that way. I even walk around my home sometimes barefoot. I have to be planted to the earth. Why? Because I travel a lot. Spiritual-wise, I travel a lot. I feel everything. So sometimes I have to plant my feet so I can still be present, right? So I won't get swaddled up into all of the things that's happening, right? I have to still be present. I don't know about you. You can go fly off with the wind and with Alice in Wonderland or wherever you want to go. For me, I tend to be here sometimes so I can be present, okay? Now, I do like to travel, but there's designated times for that, okay? That's how you repair your spirit. That's how you keep a good balance between pride, ego, intuition, and higher self. So go outside if you haven't. I don't know if you like nature or if you like being close to ocean or water. Hey, go travel, go and... Matter of fact, this is a season of travel. So if you would like to book a reading about some travel, and you want to know if this is a good time to do so, I'm letting you know it is a good time to do so. You know, listen to your intuition though. Listen to what your intuition tell you and then act upon it. But this is a season of travel and abundance and justice. So if some of y'all have not been kind to yourselves, you get another chance at it to repair that. Am I speaking to somebody right now? Huh? So some forgiveness, some change needs to happen. It is happening for you. Okay? Come out of trauma mode. Let's heal. Let's heal, y'all. Because we can't go back and change what happened. We can grow from it. We can give ourselves some like hugs from it. Because guess what, man? Can't nobody go through what you go through like you. So why you still beating yourself up? You went through it the best way you could. Ooh, I felt that one. Oh, wow. I felt that one. If you went through something that really traumatized you and only you know how it affected you, not what other people say how it affected you, but how it affected you, know that you got the opportunity right now to release that. Release the trauma behind the experience. It is freeing, it is healing, and it is time. Why? Because you have been stuck there and your spirit wants you to repair it so you can grow. Ain't that? Come on now. If that ain't true abundance, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what else to tell you on that part. But if you got the opportunity to come out of your trauma, come out of your trauma. Release it back to the earth. Give it back to sender. Send it back to source. Give it back to God. Give it back to creator. You still got a mission here. You still got some things to play out that you need to be doing while you're here. Are you doing it? Are you listening to it? Or who are you in battle with? Is it ego or intuition? Stop bullying yourself. Like I said, as a little girl, I ain't never cared for no bullies. Now me, I have been, what's what I want to say? Very introvert, but it was all with reason. Okay, like I said, I experience a lot within and I see a lot outward. And sometimes I would just dwell within and hold counsel within, because trauma kept me from not being able to express myself vocally, emotionally, physically, even sometimes, I feel like I exercised in ways that was like what I saw other people doing. And some of those things wasn't working for me. It may work for them. And kudos to you if it worked for you. But my intuition would always kick my butt. It would always be like, girl, you should. True. True. And it's okay to admit that to yourself. You know? It's okay. It's okay. As we're growing, we're supposed to be stretching. We're supposed to be letting go of some old ways of doing things. Not saying you got to change your whole self now. If you want to, go ahead. Especially if you know you're not where you want to be within yourself. But if you need to take baby steps because you're a little bit on the stubborn side, or if you're a little bit on the, I've been doing things this way forever and it's been working for me and I ain't trying to change it, then by all means, do you. Do you. I don't care what nobody does. I'm going to love you regardless, even if I don't agree with you, right? And it's not even about agreeing. You know, it's all about, okay, this is this person's perspective. This is this person's experience. You know, it's not mine, but I can listen. Now, what I do with what I listen is on me. But again, who are you in battle with? Ego or intuition? This is a good one, huh? Yeah, thank y'all for being with me right now. We have hit like over 60 minutes. Thank you for tuning with me just this far. You know what I'm saying? There is so much more I want to be able to share with you all, but I'm feeling like Spirit is telling me I have said a lot. Go out and do some journaling. Go out into nature, whether it's be by some water, whether it's traveling on the road. I know some of y'all been thinking about doing some old school traveling. Hey, go do that. Man, we need that fresh air so we can breathe. So we can live a little. That abundance, breathe in. Breathe in that prana, breathe in that life, breathe in that good energy. Come on, keep inviting it into your life. Don't be afraid. It's nothing to be afraid of. Only thing standing in your way is you. And get out your way. Some of y'all need to get out your own way. Get out your way. Get out your way. Stop letting fear be your factor, okay? And stop blaming everything else outside of it because it's you. And I can help you tap into that, okay? Because I don't play, all right? You're a little lit up here, a little lit. No, a lot of lit. I am a wise soul. I have been here multiple times, okay? So, as I act out my life purpose, okay, I understand a lot about life and life process. And does it make it easier? No, it doesn't make it just really easier, but I tell you, it is my guide, okay? It is what I operate on and what I have been all my life. You know, when you go back and look at things, you're like, wait, I've been operating this mode the whole time. Just didn't see it clearly. That's because you wasn't supposed to see it as clear back then. Why? Because sometimes we're operating from other trauma modes. Fear. Who are you in battle with? I know. I have so much love for you all as we continue to grow on this journey, as we continue to heal. Thank you for asking this question or more. This was a beautiful conversation I didn't mind having with you all. Go out and do these things. Hey, let me know if you would like to do a part 3. I got more for you, but for now, I feel like that is all. If you would like to donate to my channel, cash at me at Rikisha's Creations. Thank you all who have already done so. Thank you so much for being with me on this journey. I pray that these messages bless you on your journey. And I pray that you send it to other people and that you be divinely lighted and lit up on your journey, right? And you carry that light with you. And all I want to say is, that's all for now. Bye.